When I was a boy, all that's just a shipyard. The city is completely different now. You can see the history of Shanghai, how it opens up, as part of the modernization of China. Yeah, this is the Oriental Imperial Tower. At one stage, the symbol of Shanghai, and now being replaced by those tall buildings. That is now basically the place for the international financial center, and Shanghai is becoming one of those.
The rate of change, the pace of change, the magnitude of that change. I can remember the days when there was no high-rise buildings at all.
Shanghai has always been a city where people come to realize their own dreams or, finding their own possibilities. So the whole city is now over 25 million, and that's the diversity. So diversity in terms of both income levels, but also certainly the consumer preferences based on where they come from. So, you have those people that were Shanghainese, but then now you have basically people from everywhere in China and also people from everywhere internationally.
You have a one-child policy for many years, so they basically inherited all that family wealth. So that created a very different set of consumers in China today. If you think about just the diversity of people, the personalities, how people making their decisions and in purchasing the types of goods and in when they purchase and what they purchase and how they purchase. And this is a part of why consumer market is so fascinating.
When international companies come to China, you need to really understand the local consumer, what they think, what they need, and how to associate your brand with their lifestyles and their psychologies.
As long as you're willing to listen, you're willing to understand, and you're able to provide something that suits their needs, you have that influence and that impact. The younger post-90s generations, they are a lot more confident in terms of being assertive about their individualism. So they want a niche brand, they don't want the large commoditized premium brands. They are more willing to borrow and spend than trying to save, have the money and then spend. Because they have all the possibilities in front of them, and the opportunity that they face is also enormous. The permeation of the large social media platform, particularly WeChat, this is one kind of special or unique phenomenon in China. If you look at the impact of a key opinion leader, these KOLs' influence is huge. So a lot of people, particularly young generations, they will just follow what that KOL says and does. And that's really coming from a huge population of followers.
Oh, that's a nice food. This is really nice. This is what I order. When you have more and more population from everywhere, you have different flavors, right? So you got food from the north, from the south. So you see that variety, but also you see that convergence, the fusion food, right? So it's all a very interesting part of the change over time. So the next generation consumer, they have a lot more choices, and certainly, there's all the services fitted to that kind of needs of them and to satisfy them.
We used to have no cash because we just didn't have money, But then over time, right, nowadays, if you go walk on the street, why would you need any cash? Because you can pay everything with your phone. That just shows the whole city, right? This whole society has been changing over time. It's just fascinating. Today, things change so fast. We are working with our clients side by side, really trying to understand what are the consumer psychologists now that we have that visibility and what's available from a technology perspective, and trying to jointly imagine the future, so to speak. The sheer joy of understanding people, and even better if we could be helpful and have some positive impact in people's life. I think that's something personally motivates me every day.